I'm meteorologist Joe Winters here in the TV9 Weather Lab, once again joining you. We've been joining you pretty often with our lives because the weather has certainly been impactful across eastern Iowa, and that will continue to occur as we head through the next 48 hours. Quite a winter storm headed our way as we head through tonight, tomorrow, into Saturday, and beyond that, there's the cold air to talk about as well, which we haven't seen this winter at all. So we'll discuss it all in the next few minutes and kind of give you some ideas on timing as well, so you kind of know when things are moving in. And again, overall, it's going to be a dangerous winter storm and one that we certainly need to take seriously. As we take a look at your first alert, this is kind of the highlight of exactly what you would be seeing across the area, just with some basic timing for you. We're highlighting snow and wind. Snow will be developing as we work our way through let's say the next several hours across portions of eastern Iowa far to the south, but most of that will develop and become heavy as we head through the morning and afternoon hours tomorrow. Heavy snow in the sense of snowfall rates, that'll be 1 to 2 inches per hour. Winds will also intensify. They will be stronger as we head into the morning than when the snow begins, and then we'll continue to watch the winds intensify with wind gusts greater than you see, 40 miles per hour, as we head through the afternoon, evening, nighttime hours all the way into Saturday morning. So as we said, quite a system moving in our direction. As we move forward, here's where we see some of that precipitation right now on pinpoint Doppler radar. So some of this is beginning to reach the ground in far western areas of the state, but that's just the beginning of moisture that's starting to move in. Just kind of a little wide picture right there. It's starting off toward the west in Nebraska and will continue to move to the east. There's plenty of moisture available for this storm, and this is going to be a powerful storm as well in the sense of how strong that area of low pressure is and develops. When will it begin? Well, here's some timing for you. We've been watching this throughout the day, and it does look like probably around the 10 o'clock hour or so near the Washington area, around 1 a.m. or so as we near Cedar Rapids, around 3 a.m. as you near Fayette, just to give you some average time. So next couple of hours, as we're recording this at 6:30, you have some opportunity to go out if you do need to go out, but that's when that precipitation is likely to begin. With it starting later on, that's why the winter storm warning starts later tonight. That winter storm warning officially continues until Saturday morning, basically saying across eastern Iowa, northern Illinois, Wisconsin, as well as the entire state of Iowa and southern Minnesota, you're going to see heavy snowfall, widespread blowing, and drifting of the snow. This snow will be lighter in the sense of how heavy it is to move, so that means the winds, which actually will be stronger than we saw with our previous storm, will really blow this snow around very easily. As we look at pinpoint futurecast, again, kind of by midnight, some of that begins to approach Highway 30. Couple things of note. Notice the darker colors you're seeing. Those are some of the heavier snow bands already with us as we head through about 3 a.m. As the other thing to note, down in the southeast corner of the state, down toward Mount Pleasant, and this could shift up toward Washington as well, Keokuk County, maybe up toward the Quad Cities, there's a potential for a bit of mix or icing as that system could again get wrapped in with a little bit warmer air. That would limit the snowfall amounts in the far southeastern corner of the state, but again, we'll watch it carefully because it really does fill in quite quickly. That's your 9 o'clock picture on Friday. Strong winds are with us. We are looking at snow, heavy at times. That's true as we head toward noon as well as 3 o'clock. Notice it still is west of Interstate 35 where we're seeing some snow falling. So this again, pretty intense storm system. Now the area of low pressure moving across Illinois, headed for southwest Michigan, starts to pull that moisture farther east, and we'll notice the snow beginning to come to an end late in the evening, and then that continues into Saturday morning. The thing that doesn't change all the way through Saturday, the winds, they remain very, very strong, and that's why the blizzard conditions are expected. Now, here's a look. Snowfall forecast, 6 to 12 inches is what we're expecting across the area. Could be limited in the southeast corner of the state, but overall, 6 to 12 inches will be very common. The higher totals, again, on that 12-inch side, similar to what we saw with our previous storm. Travel will not be advised as this snow develops and the storm moves through. There's a blizzard warning that will go into effect Friday morning across our northwest zone and continue through the afternoon and evening across our central and southern zone. That means the visibilities will be down as well as winds will be strong, gusting up to 50 miles per hour. In fact, What is blizzard criteria? Well, officially, a blizzard has to have sustained winds or frequent wind gusts of 35 miles per hour or greater, and visibilities of a quarter mile or less for more than 3 hours. It certainly looks like that will happen. If it doesn't in some areas, it's going to be very close. So blizzard or blizzard-like conditions are going to be with us by tomorrow afternoon and evening and continue as we head through our Saturday as well. So again, something you want to take seriously as this storm moves through. A wind gust forecast for you in the morning on Friday. We're already seeing some 30 to 40 mile an hour gusts, and by the afternoon, those 40 and 50 mile an hour gusts. And you see they do continue more than 3 hours in a row, so that's going to greatly reduce visibilities. As you might have guessed, this is certainly going to impact travel. Roads will become snow-covered overnight tonight. By Friday morning, it's going to be hard to travel in some areas as falling snow will happen with increasing winds as that low intensifies, and by Friday afternoon, blizzard conditions likely with us across eastern Iowa. If you have to be out on the roads, and some of you do, and this is a good advice if you are out at all during the winter season anytime, a winter safety kit. Make sure your gas tank is full. It's also going to be important next week as we have the cold air moving in, so you don't get water that freezes inside your gas tank. Carry jumper cables, a jump pack, phone charger, first aid kit, blanket, flashlight, extra batteries, water, non-perishable snacks, shovel, ice scraper, emergency flares or lights, sand, salts, or kitty litter, because that will again help you get out if you need some traction in some spots. Now, here's your wind forecast. Boy, it stays strong, and even on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, we're looking at some stronger winds. Not by the gust standard, but still 10, 20, 30 mile an hour winds. What will that do? It's going to drop our wind chills down because bitter cold air is moving our way, and that bitter cold air will move in as we work our way through next week, staying with us through the mid part of the week. Here's a look at our wind chill forecast just the next couple of mornings. Tomorrow morning, wind chills down to about 14. By Sunday morning, we're looking at 30 to 40 below wind chills, and I would not be surprised to see some 40 to 45 below wind chills as we head through the early part of next week with those winds still remaining strong. You certainly can see that on our 9-day forecast. We are looking at temperatures staying below zero starting sometime on Saturday, when we'll see falling temperatures all the way through Wednesday morning as we see those temperatures staying below zero. Quickly looking at some of the questions you might have. It is an area of low pressure, which again, Kim, is called a cyclone. That is a type of area. It is an area of low pressure, also called a cyclone. Friday and snowstorm in Iowa. Next week, I'm not even looking ahead to next week right now. How many days till spring? It's going to be a while, Sabrina. We have certainly 2 snowstorms this week and 2 major storms, something we haven't seen for a while. Brenda, I doubt if you're going to see a trace to an inch. You're going to see more than that unless you're in mere areas of Illinois or Missouri. A lot of estimates between 5, 8, and 14 inches. I don't think it really matters. If we get between 6 and 12, it's all going to be very, very similar in the impact, and that wind is going to make this storm very hard to measure the snowfall as well because it's going to blow that snow around. There'll be some drifts, 3, 4 feet high, and guess what? Some spots may not have much snow on the ground after the wind moves through. Once again, just to give you a quick look at timing, then we'll kind of wrap things up for tonight. Here you go. The timing when that precipitation begins, 9, 10 o'clock-ish, farther down toward the south near Washington, Oskaloosa, around 1 a.m. or so in the Cedar Rapids area, 3 a.m. as you go up toward Highway 20. And then, as we said, it just continues and continues as we work our way through the day on Friday as well as early Saturday. Still some scattered snow showers will be around with us. So once again, we continue to watch it here in the TV9 Weather Lab. We'll have updates tonight, all through the storm tomorrow, and of course we'll follow it on Saturday as well, and be watching for some wind chill warnings to come out late weekend as we do watch those wind chills drop, as we told you for Sunday. We appreciate you watching. We appreciate you trusting TV9. We are your trusted news and weather source, KCRG TV9.